Chill. What it is, man? You already know it's your boy Buddha, aka Buddy Miles, aka Mouse Man. And I know y'all missed us, man, but we back with some new heat. You know what I'm saying? Some real fire artists and a lot more episodes, man. We back in the WRAITH, you know what I mean? Uptown Digital. Power, what up? And today, I got my bro M.U.L.A, man. M.U.L.A's here, you know what I mean? It's been a minute. You finally made it here. What's up, man?
No, man. It's your boy M.U.L.A. We live from the WRAITH. The stars come to play, you heard?
I like that, huh?
Gentlemen, I give you the future.
Yeah. Y'all know where we coming live from, man. Mouse Man. Man, now remember, gazing at the stars couldn't explain the feeling. And then I saw the cars that really had them in the ceiling. The strong moving silent, that's why the movement's strong. I'm making sure we eating, I'm always putting on. Had to change my thinking, boy, I'm trying to shine. But if I'm trying to do that, first I gotta grind. Whoa. We coming live from, we coming live from.
So what's going on, man? We here, we live from the WRAITH, man. I got my brother here, M.U.L.A. What's good, King? How you, man? Long time coming, man. You finally made it. Finally made it, you know what I'm saying? I've been wanting you to get up here and you know, just chop it up with you. We got quite a history, and you know, I just think it's dope how you put your music together. I have a lot of artists that I work with, and they're all special and unique in their own way. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that impressed me off rip is just like how you're able to like record in high volume. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you rehearse your stuff, you come in and you know it, you know what I mean? You come with a lot of intention and all that. But we're gonna backtrack, right? Yeah. Cause where we met 259, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word, right?
Yeah, shout out to homie Ice, you know what I mean?
Yeah, word.
I was working with Ice, and then you just came out of nowhere. You just went through a hook, right?
Yeah, I think that was when we did Dollar Signs.
Dollar Signs, that was the first record. Absolutely. Right. Yeah. So you came in, you did the hook, and then it just kind of just turned into your session. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, yo, can I do this? Can I do that? You just started like knocking joints out. Then after that, it was just, you know, sessions was just me and you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How long you been doing this for? Because as soon as we met, like, I just felt like you were very developed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's something you've been working on.
Like, seriously, I'd probably say like 2015.
Okay.
Matter of fact, really, I'm gonna take it back even before that. Like 2013, that's when I did my first project.
Okay. What was that called?
It was called Blank Check.
Okay.
It was a little play off of the whole M.U.L.A. images.
Oh, all right. And where'd you get the name M.U.L.A from?
Well, it first started when niggas used to get light. My name was D Money.
Okay.
Right, my name was D Money.
D Money, all right.
And I went to Lehman High School.
Yeah.
You know, everybody I know Lehman, that's like a big like Hispanic.
It is.
School, you know.
Yes,
and
it is.
I think that's where I learned that M.U.L.A meant money. You know, and I'm like, damn, that should sound a little more wavy than money, you know?
Yeah. So you went from D Money to
M.U.L.A.
Oh, D M.U.L.A, okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then after a while, even then, I kind of got bored of the D M.U.L.A thing, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna do M.U.L.A. You feel me? You feel me? I like M.U.L.A a lot better.
Okay.
And then I kind of like created an acronym out of it.
And what's that?
Just to stand out, you know. I know a million niggas named M.U.L.A, but it stands for Most Unique Lyricist Alive. And
big title.
I really believe that because it's not just about me as a lyricist, but me as a person and a lyricist. So for a lot of people that don't know, I went to school studying biology.
Fire.
And I still got my plans to go to med school and shit. But you know, a lot of people always it's like a shock value.
So college graduate.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, yes sir.
Yes, sir. 2018.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, a lot of people is kind of like a shock value. Like, you know, I never heard a nigga that's saying he want to be a doctor and a rapper.
Right.
On top of that, it's like, how do you even plan to do both? You know. But my mind frame was, you know, it was always something that somebody thought was impossible until the first nigga did it, right?
Right.
So I feel like, you know, I would be doing myself a disservice just to listen to that and like, you know what, I think that's kind of too hard. I'm not going, you know, the only way I'm not going to do that is if I really get to the bottom line where it's like, there's absolutely no way I'm going to do both. But you know, what I planned is to stay independent. So I could work on my music
so you have that
on my own pace, my own time.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And then I could still, you know, do my doctor thing where I have, you know, the first few years is like a more rigid schedule, but you know, I eventually plan to get to where it's like my schedule is more flexible to where it's like I could take a day off, I could take a week off, I could take a vacation. And
okay, do you love one more than the other?
That is like, for me, it's not about love. It's about just what's a part of me. Like the doctor thing was more of a interest and a passion because I've always been into science, and but my grandmother passed away due to breast cancer.
God rest her soul.
And then my senior year of high school, my English teacher made us write a research paper, like what do you want to be in the future.
So it wasn't until senior year in high school is when you figured out.
You know, like before then I wanted to be a brain surgeon, right? But that was
brain surgeon?
Like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was
You from the Bronx, right?
Yes, sir.
Born and raised.
Yes, sir.
And you wanted to be a brain surgeon.
Yeah.
You don't hear that too much.
I was raised by a teacher though, so I've always been like a nerdy guy.
Oh, alright.
What I find so unique about like how me and my immediate family came up is that my grandmother was like the educator and you know, morals and values and use your mannerisms and all that. And then, cause she was a teacher for 30 plus years. But my grandfather was a Marine. Well, he is a Marine. You know, they say you never was a Marine. You are a Marine.
Yeah, you're a Marine.
So you know him being a war veteran, he had that like authoritarian.
Yeah. So it was very disciplined.
So it was very disciplined. And it was don't let nobody fuck with you. Don't let nobody run space in your head. Shit like that. So I had like I was able to move in the streets, but I always had this thing for reading and learning and
so it's always like 1 foot in, 1 foot out type.
Right.
Okay.
So yes, my English teacher made us write a research paper, and because my grandmother passed, I started doing a little research into what oncology is and you know what they do and so how much they make and
of course.
You feel me? And I was like, you know, like I think this is something that, cause you know they say the best things you could do in life is the shit that you got a why for, right? So my why was what really drove me, you know, like, cause that really hurt me. So I'm like, I want to find a way that I could learn as much as possible about this, and I could give my contribution, you know, to the field.
That's ill.
So, but then once I got into college and I started taking the classes, I even grew more of a passion for it, because it was very interesting, and I just had a knack for, you know, my classes. I was always doing good grades and everything like that. But on the music tip, that's something that I feel like is just really just a part of me. Like even if I could never get a deal, even if nobody listens to my music, I'm still gonna always make music itself, because it's just for me it's the art itself. You know, I just like I started off doing poetry in like elementary school.
Right, you just mentioned that. Okay.
I started off doing poetry in elementary school.
So you was always writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then some girl named Vanessa from my block, shout out Vanessa, word.
Yeah, you remember that?
She kind of like ghost with my first rap for me.
Your first rap?
My first rap, like.
So you're still doing poetry at this point?
So I was still doing poetry at the time. I was probably like 9, maybe 10, maybe.
Crazy.
Like we was young as like.
So you had a girl ghostwriter at 9.
Right. At 9. She just wrote one rap for me. It was smooth. It was like, my name is Sean. The girls call me Don Juan. I fight your pops. Tell them I'm taking your mom. Like so smooth shit like that, right? So you know, but like the way I like delivered it was just so natural to me too at that time when I was young. But where it really started, where the music really started is probably like 2008, I think it was, maybe 07. Yeah. Me and my friends, we had like a little fake rap beef. Two rap groups, and we was recording over the laptop. We didn't have a mic or nothing, just over the laptop,
just rapping over,
rapping and sending the diss tracks to each other.
When was this?
This was like 08, maybe 07,
that's crazy.
Probably. If I'm remembering correctly. Some of my niggas might be able to correct me. I'm not, you know, but and niggas was like, yo, bro, you going hard, like.
Okay, but it stayed on wax?
Yeah, definitely stayed. Bro, you going hard, like. Like you should probably, you know, try a little more on a serious tip, and then it went from that to me rapping when we out at events and you feel me doing that. I said, yo, getting everybody attention. You feel me? And then
that's the universal, Jerry.
You feel me?
Yo, everybody.
You feel me? And then after that, in 2010, is when I like laid my first track down. We got before we got booked, I got booked in 2010, like the end of 2010. But like that summer, me and my man J Smooth, Free J Smooth, you know, we did a couple songs in the studio and shit. And then like once I came home from that, in jail I was rapping and shit, niggas wanted to hear me spit 16 and shit like that.
That's usually when niggas sharp when they show.
When I came home, I'm like, nah, I'm really in my bag now. I started getting in the studio. It was only like a month or something. I got bailed out and shit.
Oh, alright,
but you know, it wasn't the jail that made me say I'm getting in my bag. Right. It was just something like I don't know. It's just I just got focused. I got a lot more focus, and I started really going to the studio more frequent.
So what you gave me the why with, you know, as far as what you got your degree and what you want to pursue.
Right.
What was it that snapped for you with the rap? Like when you said, nah, this is it.
I don't.
So you say right is just as important as right.
Yeah. For me, it was more about expressing myself.
Okay.
And, it sort of became like a recreational thing for me at one point, where it was just like a sort of like a stress reliever, sort of like a way into like that. It was the studio feeling.
So until it like felt natural to you, it was like
the studio feeling, which is different for me, and it's like once I felt that, it's like time out of the studio, give me that craving, like nah, I need to move, and then then it became a part of telling my story, and you know as I got older and started to see how the world moves, it started becoming more of representing people where I come from and people like me, and even more representing unique, you feel me, like the nerds in the hood you feel me, or like you feel me, like cause I'm OD nerdy, bro, but you feel me, I'm also a man,
right,
and you know I want people to like me to feel like, you know, just because you from the hood you gotta be like this, or just because you OD smart or something like that,
right, you breaking that stigma,
There is no, you feel me, everybody can live the life that they want to live, you feel me, just be genuine to yourself.
Facts.
So that's kind of like what I really stand for is being unique and being genuine. And
I admire that. I admire that, bro. And I definitely see that when we do work and you know we do these records. It's like I come across artists that, and anybody who listens to music, you're gonna find like 10 or 20 of them that pretty much sound similar. You know what I'm saying? But I'm yet to find somebody who like even is similar to you and nobody. You feel what I'm saying? So you are pretty unique, and I do appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
We're gonna be right back. We're gonna get into this video, man. This new M.U.L.A. Y'all stay tapped in.
Did you violate it?
Bitch jumped off the porch, landed in the street, stood on my 2 feet like a flush. Gotta keep the heat, gotta move the screen. All I know is hustle and repeat. Barely getting sleep, it's hard work, trying to reach the top when the hill is steep. Not the front, but I've been my own boss, doing what I want. Let 'em front, call me Jackie Chan, I might pull a stunt. Feel like dirt, this ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. I keep it blunt, I'm with all the smoke, backward full of rust, got me stuck.
So we back, man, live from the WRAITH.
Yeah.
Got my bro M.U.L.A. here, been chopping it up building. We just watched the Off the Porch joint.
Off the Porch,
you know what I mean?
Porch, man.
You were very meticulous with that record.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? Even when I thought we were done, we weren't done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of little changes to make, so I could tell it was an important record to you.
Right.
The video's fire. Tell me what, you know what I'm saying? What inspired that record?
It was the conversation, like that little snippet, the intro in the beginning. That was a real conversation. We was coming from, that was me, my bro Nico, Free Nico, and my bro Nooks. We was coming from Keno gravesite. This is like probably a day or two before Nico went in, because he pretty much had to turn himself in. And niggas was just chopping it up. And before I caught that, he said some real shit. I'm like, nah, bro, you talking, hold on, I'm just gonna put my voice memo on, I just left it. And then it was that part right there that really got me, like, yo, like we been jumped off the porch, like mad young, as some little ass kids, like we was dead 12, 13, 14, you feel me, 15, just wildin', like, you feel me, running the streets, doing whatever we wanted to do, you feel me, going to school, you feel me, doing whatever we wanted to do. Like, it was just like we was getting into brawls with grown ass men. Like, we was just living like wild youngins. And it was just like
that's really young because I remember him saying like you was
really
like 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, like we was really young. No disrespect to our parents. It's not like
I mean, yeah, kids are gonna do what they want to do.
When niggas is in the hood, niggas is outside.
Yeah.
You feel me? We learning from each other, and we just started doing a lot of bad shit. We had a lot of fun though, but we was outside. We was really outside.
Right.
And it was just like it was a part of telling my story that it was like a real crucial part of my story that like you feel me, like at a young age. And I like to look at like, I feel like I've done well for myself thus far. Yeah. You feel me, as a grown man.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, at a young age we was really outside wilding, and it's like there be a lot of niggas outside talking about we outside and shit, and it's like that shit don't impress me, like
right.
So when he was like, man, that shit don't impress me, that's really how I feel, like all of that the shit that you see niggas doing, trying to go viral on social media and all that acting tough shit, like that shit is old.
Right.
You feel me?
It's
So
old
it was like it was just like I just really felt like I needed to speak on that. That was just a really really important part of my story for me.
Oh yeah, I applaud you. You've done well for yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
So we have a project out, right?
Yeah, Pair of Aces.
Pair of Aces. I was more because we record so many songs. We was like, yo, put out a project. I was like, I don't know what project he's putting out, but I know. Right. But I was the title was ill when I realized what you did. So let's speak on Pair of Aces. What that was about. Why'd you put it out? How'd you come up with the name?
Alright, first we're gonna start with why I put it out. I have a lot of people telling me, a lot of people that support me, telling me, oh, when you gonna give another tape? When you gonna get another tape? Because I dropped Reflections last year.
Okay. I remember that.
Around this time.
I remember that.
And niggas was asking for another tape, and I felt like, just being real with myself, I don't think I have a big enough audience to really be putting out bodies of work like that, like back to
back.
That's good.
That's good that you acknowledge that though.
So I wanted to really do more to build my brand and to build my audience by doing singles and videos.
Right.
But then at the same time, I thought, fuck who not fucking with me yet. You feel me? It's about the people that are fucking with me.
Absolutely.
So I'm not gonna give them a full, you feel me? But I can give them at least 2 joints I want. You feel me? A 2 for 1. And that sort of made me name it like Pair of Aces. It was sort of like a play on like, card game, casino type shit, like poker shit, like, so aces is two. You feel me? That's a strong suit. That's a strong card. And I got 2 of them that I'm gonna give y'all.
Okay. So 2 strong records at the same time.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I went to go listen to it, I was like, oh, it's just 2 songs. I was like, oh, that's what he mean. Right. Like, you know what I mean? So that was real.
I got a Pair of Aces in my deck that I'm gonna give y'all.
Okay. Perfect. And you working on something now?
Now, I got, like I said, I'm doing a lot more singles.
You got a lot of songs, man.
I got a lot. Yeah, I know.
All right. Still got a lot of records. Yeah.
I'm a workaholic, sort of. Like I said, sometimes also about the recreation. Like I get in the booth and it's just, you feel me, clears my mind from everything else that I got. So I'll come in here and I'll do 4 or 5 records
with no intention of really.
With no intention of stopping.
Oh. That I know, man, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Into the time when it's like, because being realistic, even if I spend the whole 4-hour session on one record, I'm still not going to be satisfied with it when I'm done. So I look at it like, let me lay down the framework for what I know for sure what I want to do for these records. Yeah. And because I know I'm going to come back to all of them. So instead of having one record that I spent 4 hours on and I still gonna come back and fix, I could come and do 3 or 4 joints and then listen to them over a couple weeks, and I come back and work back on them 3 or 4 joints.
It's a good formula.
And that really came from being down. You feel me? Where I ain't have the bread, and I'm like, yo, studio time is crucial. I can't come in here and just waste time. And so I'm booking the session. Remember, we was doing 2 hours. Yeah, I remember. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get as much done as I can.
Hell yeah, you bang out mad records in 2 hours.
But then growing as an artist, I also realized them 2-hour sessions didn't really produce, you feel me, nothing. It wasn't efficient. It was just, you feel me, I felt like I was getting a lot of work done, but
it wasn't enough.
2
hours is not enough.
Not enough.
Unless you're doing
so all the new artists, super 2
quick,
hours is not enough.
It goes like this. It goes like 30 minutes. Trust me.
Real fast.
You know what I mean? But
cool. Even from somebody with me, I was banging out a track in 30 minutes.
Yeah, right. You was right. You was running through them still.
It wasn't enough.
Absolutely.
So I started looking at it like, I'll do 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and I know that I'm gonna get a lot more done.
Yeah.
And, use my time more efficiently.
Yeah. Dope, absolutely dope. So I want the people to really hear what you're capable of, man. So it's about that time.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm waiting on it.
I know you have. So we're gonna be right back, man. Y'all stay tapped in. We live from the Wraith, man. I got M.U.L.A in the building.
You ready?
Yeah, we'll be right back. All right, bro. So to my favorite part, you know what I mean? It's called You Call It. I'm gonna flip this coin, right? I know you really wanna, you know what I mean? But we're gonna give it a 50-50 shot. All right, so I'm gonna flip the coin. Heads, you get to do what you do. Tails, I wanna hear a record.
All right.
Cool?
I'm gonna call heads.
All right, let's do it. It's heads. You gotta get busy.
All right.
You ready? Let's do it. Live from the Wraith, man. M.U.L.A.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
I
You
give
live
you
from the
the
Wraith,
future.
man. Most unique lyricists alive. That's what he call himself. M.U.L.A, you ready?
Sure.
Let's get it.
Every time I get in my zone, I switch beats. Niggas know it's like that, like Memphis Bleak. I be snapping every day how I end up on the street. She tryna throw me the pussy, just want the top like Penthouse Suites. I don't need you to show me no love. I know it gets rough. I've been on some spooky shit. They think I'm holding the grudge. We could make a movie in this bitch till Brody say cut. I could go harder, to be honest, just show me the bucks. See how these racists violate and get away like that. Like Uzi first album, that just brought my rage right back. I ain't injury reserved, but I don't play like that. You bugging out, you could get sprayed like that. Don't let this college ring fool you. I could get it off the books, nigga. I feel like a pirate, I got hooks, nigga. Beyond a reasonable doubt, I got the blueprint, I feel like Jigga. Waiting on my shot, my finger on the trigger. I ain't doing no more 16s, rather 21s full of heat. Turn to a savage when I get on any beat. Every bar's concrete, I had to do this for the streets. You niggas got Converses, not the ones that's for your feet. Stealing bars and stealing lines, stealing flows and stealing rhymes. Niggas even stealing sounds, I'd rather cash out off a chime. Feeling like I'm in my prime, been doing this since 09. Ain't no pretty Ricky shit, but bet they know me from my grind. Monkey bars, I know they go over your head, but I won't dumb it down, this ain't special ed. I know I'm God's son, R.I.P. to Fred. Would think the pills making me sick, how I keep throwing up the X's for the jet. 4 buildings got me throwing up my 4s. Call my bro, he bring them up like we about to do our chores. When you got the game on lock, it really opened up some doors. Tryna make it from the P's all the way to the top floor. My bro just want some place, tryna make sure that we all eat. Ops blocked like hotels, know these niggas all sweet. Crew like down south blocks, no sidewalks, we all street. Tryna run it up until we look like Black Wall Street. Judge giving niggas 20 plus when they ain't even 21. Before you get up in the game, just hope you know it ain't no fun. All the dirt we did, we had to, man, we come straight out the slums. And you bound to get dirty, trying to get it out the mud. We was popping bottles before we was even clubbing. Before I even spin the dub, gotta count at least 200. We was just sitting on them benches, now we ball like we got subbed in. No, she gon' jack me cause she know I get it jumping. Been some places I don't wanna go back. Seen some shit I never mentioned. I ain't tweeting the act. Don't come and try seek redemption when you know you did bad. Feel like I'm in the Olympics, how I run on these tracks. I ain't flexing with money, but you could catch me with stacks. Talking about becoming ghosts and put a hood on the map. Been some young trap niggas, won't get caught in the trap. Call my shooters the suspenders, cause they known for the straps. It's M.U.L.A.
M.U.L.A here, man. You heard BX, man. Live from the Wraith. What up, y'all? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we uptown, baby.